Hey everybody, great to see you and welcome to Beetle Brad's channel. Today I'm doing something excitingly fun and different. Yeah, so as my thumbnail says to you, what do you know about OOBU JOOBU and Paul McCartney? Well, Paul McCartney did this radio show for Westwood One Radio in America, and it was done in 1995. And OOBU JOOBU is kind of a French word that was from a play that Paul went to go see in France, and it really didn't, the guy's name that was in the play was Joobу, and it really didn't have much sense. So Paul just kind of thought OOBU JOOBU would be kind of fun. And he's kind of always wanted to do a radio documentary. So this is what this is all about. This will open your mind. Just kind of think outside the Beatle box of what else is out there. I'm going to show you some things that you could purchase that was for OOBU JOOBU. And so this is kind of just my collection so far. I'll probably be getting more as time goes on of OOBU JOOBU. This kind of started it off in America. This was a CD that you could buy from Best Buys. Sorry for the glare, I'm trying to clear that up. And this was just kind of a little promotional thing, and it had the OOBU JOOBU stuff on there. It's just a couple songs on there, not many, just a couple songs, and that kind of kicked it off. And I'm sitting here thinking, OOBU JOOBU, what is that? You know, back in '95 I got this. Now you got to remember, there's not much going on, you know, as you can try and catch it. So, and then Paul puts out CDs for his new album, and he's kind of got a few things for his new album. And these were CD singles at the time. And if you bought the CD singles, on the end of every CD single, there was a little clip in there of OOBU JOOBU. Now, I know I'm kind of getting ahead of myself and talking about OOBU JOOBU, but OOBU JOOBU was a radio show that Paul and Linda did, and Paul showed on the radio, he played outtakes of McCartney stuff. He played demos and studio stuff that were promos. He played things on, Linda did cooking on some of them, on how to cooking recipes. A lot of outtakes, live rehearsals. You got to remember at this time Paul was touring and doing quite successful in his tour, so he did have a fair amount of stuff going on with all of this whole series of OOBU JOOBU. So this whole series kind of came out of a whole project of just a lot of obscure stuff. And he has guest people showing up on the show as well. And there are big guests that show up, you know, sometimes Stevie Wonder and Ron Wood, you know, Ronnie Wood, whatever you want to call him. I showed the back of that. But yeah, these were actually kind of hard to get. You had to chase these down, and these were like the CD singles. And these were just like little snippets of songs that you didn't hear. And then on these CDs, you ended up getting the full songs, which was kind of neat. So you got obscure songs you'd never heard of by Paul McCartney. And like I said, it was just a great series. And then there was a bootleg series that came out afterwards. And these are the bootlegs. And there was a lot of music in these. So this is the first one that I bought back then. This was a OOBU JOOBU Paul McCartney, and then this is all the music. I mean, you've got stuff that Paul does of Elvis Presley and Carl Perkins, and just some really awesome stuff of him in the studio. And it's perfect sound quality. It's absolutely fantastic. This is a bootleg, like I said, and this is just the music. This isn't the radio show and the talk show and all of that. This is just the music itself. So that was part one. And this is part two of OOBU JOOBU. And this was, once again, like I said, more outtakes, more music. Does several Elvis Presley songs on here. Then a lot of this has never been released. Some of it, yes, it did make the Russian album. Some of it did come about in that, but a lot of it never got released, and it just kind of got lost as time went on, that these things came about. Then there was a fantastic series, and I I think I've got all of these. I don't know, maybe those of you that are my heavier collectors, you might know better than I do. But they put out a bootleg series of OOBU JOOBU on DVD, and this is phenomenal. If you guys can find this, and it's still out there once in a while, but these are DVDs, the OOBU JOOBU series DVDs, very plain. There's unreleased songs in here. There's Paul in the studio. There's promo videos, and these are just unbelievable. I've got them in order, but I'm going to show them a little bit out of order just for fun. These are a little hard to read, so if you want, you may want to pause on your own to kind of get the idea of what's on there. But there's some fantastic stuff on here that has never been released. Yes, Wingspan came out. Wingspan did, grab this, did develop, but you know, Wingspan wasn't that good. There was a lot of stuff they left out, like this series. Some of this was during OOBU JOOBU. It was kind of after the Wings period, but they certainly could have put out a second one of Paul McCartney, and this is one of my favorites. This one, and it's fantastic. You couldn't go wrong with any of these, and these are really kind of noisy. I'm just pushing them to the side here. Another one of my favorites. This one's excellent as well. These are some of them are getting harder to find, but if you can find them, like I said, it's well worth it. Well worth it. They're just fantastic. The sound quality is excellent. I don't know if all of them are in stereo. They might be, but majority of them are, like I said, unreleased stuff. Next one is this one. Bet you didn't know there were so many DVDs out on OOBU JOOBU, huh? This is excellent too. Like I said, you can't go wrong with any of these. I keep saying, oh, this is excellent, this is excellent. I really can sit down and enjoy these. These are all about 2 hours or an hour and a half each, and they're all just tremendous. Yeah, there we go. Another OOBU JOOBU. This, like I said, I apologize. Very hard to see what's on them. And like I said, you might have to pause. But they're all pretty much the same inside. They all got a little bit of a flyer there. And then even the bootleggers continued on, as if as if that wasn't enough. With all the CDs and everything else, they did come out with a bootleg vinyl of OOBU JOOBU, and this is good. It's not terrific. I think after all the CDs and all the other stuff that I've gotten, this is actually better. The CDs are much better than this. This is kind of just like an overview of, like, let's see, there's 14 songs. So you're not getting like anything that's like just fantastic, you know. But as far as I know, and there's lots and lots of different CD variations of those bootlegs. I showed you the CD of OOBU JOOBUs. Just because I showed you that one isn't really the only set out there. There's many, many different bootlegs. You know, the ones I showed you, it's the Music 1 and 2. There's many of those out there. And I love this because look at this. This is like on a gold vinyl. But that's just, I got a little bit of sun shooting through over here, so I can get that to hit a little better for you. But it's just so cool. So very nice. And then, also, to continue on with OOBU JOOBU, is down below, I've got the whole entire, starting here and here, the whole entire radio series from beginning to end of OOBU JOOBU, with all of the interviews with the guests, Paul rehearsals, Paul's demos, the whole entire thing. This is 17 CDs long. 17 CDs that were made in this whole entire series. And this is fantastic. Oh my goodness, to get the whole entire Westwood One radio set of OOBU JOOBU is unbelievable. And I want to thank one of my viewers, Chris. I want to thank you very much, Chris, for the CDs that he sent me of OOBU JOOBU. He just recently sent those to me, and I've been just devouring them. As you can see, I've got some OOBU JOOBU stuff. So now you're just a little bit more educated on Paul McCartney and OOBU JOOBU. So next time you're out with some friends, you can say, hey, do you know about OOBU JOOBU? Yeah, right, like it's gonna come up. But just kind of expanding your mind about something a little bit different, and Paul McCartney and OOBU JOOBU. So I want to say thank you to my viewers for watching, every one of you, and I want to thank you to my new subscribers. Thank you for being a part of Brad's channel and Brad's family. You'll thoroughly enjoy the fun videos. And as my older viewers, thank you for subscribing. And I appreciate each and every one of you being here. It's been fantastic. Thank you very much. And as I try and get this to work, which I'm having a difficult time, it's not wanting to work for me. So there we go, finally, okay. And as I end out on my channel saying that I appreciate each and every one of you, and as I say, I'm out of here. Take care, everybody. See you later. Take care, be safe, wash your hands. See ya.